Bunch of paddleboarders going down. We're at one of our favorite places to fish. It's really, really hot. It's got to be close to 100 degrees here. The dogs are in the water, as they should be. We'll see what happens out here. There's no sign of a hatch at this point. Sue's already had a couple fish on back of me. I'm going to walk up toward the ripple. Things are so low and hot right now. I would think the fish would have moved into more oxygenated water. So we'll take a look and see if we can do something up here. We've got a lot of hoppers around. Okay, first fish of the trip, and it's a good one. He came up and looked at the rubber leg on the surface and then ended up taking the trailer, which is a kind of an emerger. The temperatures as high as they were, the fish were mostly sulking on the bottom. I thought it was a miracle that we even caught as few fish as we did this afternoon. Okay, well here's number two. I've changed to a kind of a golden stone dry and a little yellow celly small fly behind, and it worked out fine. This one took the small one. We tried a handful of other spots on working our way upstream and did very poorly this afternoon. Got to our campground, found a good spot underneath a spreading cottonwood tree, had a nice dinner, and called it a day. My camera just locked up. We both landed fish right away. We've got tricos in the air, but there are fish feeding along the bank, and I think we're going to have a decent morning. Well, it's amazing. It's been a fish on almost every cast. Boy, this is a dandy too. Look at that guide out there. Yeah, nice fish. Oh boy, he's a beauty. They're taking both a little beadhead. Oh boy, that's a dandy fish. Oops, he's off. Hey, Sue's got another one on. Boy, they're just feeding right by the shore. It's fabulous right now. Boy, it's been as good a half hour of fishing as I've ever had in my life, I think. I just had a backing turner on. I've got another one that's gone deep. I don't think this one's as big, but it's got to be a good. Ooh. Okay, shut it down, get him off. The camera's not likely to pick this up, but there's a hog line of fish just taking tricos off the surface out there. I've hooked one that's not a trico eater, or he was, but I'm amazed. They're fish. They're just gigantic numbers of fish here. Well, let's get a close-up of a really nice brown. He's a beauty. This one's about 18. I'm watching these guys. It's a whole school of browns that are 16 to 18 inches long coming up feeding on tricos. Just put on a smaller WRS and have hooked a couple more. I'll get another picture of this one. He's about 16. The fishing's stunning. It's just stunning. Beautiful fish. Fat. Okay, it's been spectacular. The camera won't pick up the tricos in the air, but we've had tons of them. This is one of the little things we've been using. Got to remember this for the next trip here. We started out with yellow Sally type things, and I'm finally going down to a little black body WRS. It might be a little closer to what the trico bodies are. There's another pod working right out there. I may give them one more try before we give it up. It's just been great. 3 hours of spectacular fishing. Okay, it took 2 casts into that last pot of fish. I've got kind of it feels like a backing eater. It's a long way out. It looks like a good one from here, and you can see that length body in the water. It's got to be decent. 4X tip, it's great. I don't have to mess around with him too much. Okay, we've driven back from the Gunnison. It was getting too hot down there. These are the raggeds that you see in the background. When we camp tonight, we're going to be on the other side of them. Right now, we're on Anthracite Creek, which is one of the major tributaries to the North Fork of the Gunnison. It's been a really fun little stream. It's full of rainbow trout. Most of them aren't too large, but I think we've picked up some that were close to 16 inches here. Water's also a little bit too high today. It's still semi in runoff, so we're going to have to be a little careful wading. But we'll see what happens out here. Well, we had to abort our fun on the Anthracite Creek and the Crystal around Marble and downstream. They're both of them are flowing way too hard, so we've made it to a nice little camping spot on the South Fork of the White River. It's actually not going to be wadeable either, but we can probably fish it in a few places from the bank like this and occasionally upstream, so I'm going to give it a short try here. We're still on the South Fork. We've had a great place to camp. The wind's just howling. We had a nice Asian salad for dinner. The dogs and I are walking downstream a bit. We may or may not be able to fish this little place. Hi, little bun. We think there might be another camper down here, so we're dead, but it's a nice pool, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I've struck out on the white. I don't know why. I can't wade to places that I need to get a good drift through that eddy. I need to be across the river, casting up behind it. There's a fish about 20 inches long in there. I had him turn a couple times, that's it. Sue caught a whitefish down below. I think we're going to have to give it up. It's just too tough right now. We'll come back when the water level's a little lower. Next morning, we broke camp, drove up the North Fork of the White River, and we're headed towards Trappers Lake, where we're hoping to fish the outlet of it. Come up the White River to Trappers Lake. Now I'm walking down through what's part of the Big Fish Fire residue. There's a hole down here on the outlet stream of Trappers Lake that we had enormous success with on great big cutthroats a couple years ago. And we'll see if there are any on this time of year. Okay, so here's a close-up of this little pond. It's I've seen a fish rising too, so I think we're probably going to get lucky and catch something here one way or another. Happily, there's no other fishermen here at the moment either. Okay, I just lost my fly in a tree above me. I think the camera might be able to pick this fish up laying right next to my rod tip, right in front of it. It's fascinating. Unfortunately, he knows I'm here, and it's the only fish I've seen in this water so far. I don't think I'm going to catch him, but I'm going to still try. Okay, I finally found a stupid cutthroat, but it's better than nothing. I went down to about a number 20 PMD, and we're going to end up with a fish. They're so beautiful. That's why we love them. We love these fish, but I think I won't be catching a lot of them here. Okay, well, here's a really nice one. Boy, they're very beautiful. I can't stand it. Look at the size of that guy. Oh, is he a beauty? But it's almost not fair fishing this stuff. Well, I'm going to throw in the towel. I feel guilty fishing here. I mean, these fish are wandering around by my feet. It's like, it's like being in a tailwater. They're not easy to hook. Finally went down to a number 22 Comparadon, and it seemed to do some good, so let's call it over. Okay, it was a great trip to this Gunnison River. Best I think I've ever seen it. We've been fishing here for 20 to 30 years. But the lesson is, don't fish in the heat of the day and expect to have good results. I think what we'll do next time is go over to the main stem of the river where it comes out of the Black Canyon, fish that in the afternoon when we arrive, then have a nice camp out, get up the next morning and enjoy it.